Welcome to Video-8, which is the last of the four-part series on the immoral U.S. suffocation of Iran. If you have not seen videos 5, 6, and 7, I suggest that you do that. In that way, Video-8 will make more sense to you. My name is Hayward Hawkins, and I'm the author of Golden Rule or Greedy Rule. And today is September 22nd, 2011. Okay, the subtitle of this last video in the series is Summary of the Suffocation of Iran. And I apologize, but I don't have any maps or tables to show in this video. I'm sorry that you'll have to look at me for this whole video, but hopefully it won't be too bad. Why is the U.S. trying to suffocate Iran? As shown in video 5, Iran has more natural gas and oil combined than any other nation in the world. Iran also produces LNG, which is liquefied natural gas. It's very strategically located, and Iran refuses to let the U.S. government and U.S. big oil take charge of its country and its resources. ExxonMobil and other oil companies have significant investment and control of oil, natural gas, and LNG in the Persian Gulf. And ExxonMobil and other oil companies are heavily into LNG production in the U.S. and would like to eliminate any competition from Iran in the supplying of LNG to Europe, China, and Japan. ExxonMobil and other oil companies do not have to compete with Iran. The U.S. sanctions squelch that competition. Since ExxonMobil and other oil and gas companies cannot control Iran's resources, the U.S. government takes care of that for those oil and gas companies. The sanctions are not about nuclear weapons. They're about Iran's resources, natural gas and oil. The most likely concern about nuclear weapons would stem from Iran's frequently being at odds with Israel, who has nuclear weapons, whether they admit it or not. By the way, rumor has it that Israel is going to attack Iran in September 2011. That's this month. And the U.S. is going to back up Israel. If that happens, then that should clear up any doubt in anyone's mind regarding a true motive for trying to prevent Iran from developing nuclear weapons. Now, talking about justifying nuclear weapons. With Iran's vast resources, no other country has more justification for having nuclear weapons to protect its country and resources. Really, no one should have nuclear weapons, but that's not the case, is it? We've talked a long time, the U.S. has about independence from foreign oil. U.S. big oil is hugely invested in the U.S. and the Middle East. Big oil is not going to allow either region's business to suffer. Greed for oil and natural gas continues to feed the U.S. spirit that is necessary for invasion and occupation of other countries. In Afghanistan, from 2001 through August of 2011, of the 2,616 coalition deaths, 64% is U.S. military. August 2011 is the worst month of that occupation for U.S. deaths, at 68. 1 in 7 Afghan soldiers walked off the job during the first 6 months of 2011. that was 24,000 Afghans departing. In Iraq, from 2003 through August 2011, of the 4,792 coalition deaths, 93% is U.S. military. In Iraq, from January 2011 through August 2011, the U.S. deaths from protecting ExxonMobil pipelines are 44. Iraq's world rankings for reserves of natural gas and oil are 11th and 4th respectively, and the U.S. has spent billions of U.S. taxpayer dollars and thousands of lives to get and hold Iraq's natural gas and oil for U.S. big oil, and lives from all sides are still being wasted there today, 8 years after invasion. Since Iran's world rankings for reserves of natural gas and oil are 2nd and 3rd respectively, instead of 11th and 4th, can you imagine how many lives and how much taxpayer money our Congress will willingly sacrifice to help U.S. big oil get more of the Middle East natural gas and oil? Considering only the Middle East countries, Iran is 1st and 2nd, respectively, in reserves of natural gas and oil. U.S. big oil and the U.S. government should be ashamed of suffocating the nation that is the richest in the world in oil and natural gas reserves combined, thus preventing much of the world from getting the needed energy. That is a perfect example of greed trumps real caring. Well, I hope that you have at least been stimulated to check out some of the things that I've covered in videos 5, 6, 7, and 8. I have tried to show that I believe in fair play for all. I hope that you do too. Excuse me. I hope that you do too. Yes, you can have direct access to my videos at www.youtube.com/Hayward Hawkins. HEYWARDHAWKINS. Or you can have access to those videos in my 43 written blogs to date at my website www.golden-greedy.com. Well, remember, keep your BS detector turned on and keep that sensitivity all the way over to high definition awareness. Oh, by the way, my next video, video 9, will be on patterns and trends with the subtitle, Why the U.S. Government is Allowed